It's day 5, not 10, 5 of our holiday crock pot recipes. And you can't have the holidays without a ham. Let me know in the comments, are you a ham on the holidays person? Are you turkey? Just turkey, turkey and ham combo. We always have both of our holiday gatherings. And today we're going to do a little blast from the past to show you how to make the best crock pot ham. Friends, my name's Christina. I'm with eatingonadime.com. Welcome to my sister Carrie's kitchen. My sister and I are on a mission to teach real families how to make real food at home, especially on a budget and especially during the holidays, because we all want to eat well without a lot of work at the holidays. And today I'm going to show you how to make 4-ingredient crock pot ham. Now, I did this video a long time ago, but I watched it and it's still perfect and still fun. So I'm going to show it for you guys, and it's done really popular on YouTube and people have been loving it. So I want to show you guys how to make the best crock pot ham. Everyone's been loving it, and I hope you try it out this year. Before we get started, I almost forgot. This recipe is linked in the description below, as well as a link to our digital cookbook for our favorite crockpot holiday recipes. We have 40 crockpot recipes that you can make for the holidays that are all delicious and, of course, super easy. Let's talk about the ham. Now, this recipe is Crockpot Spiral Ham, so make sure that you're buying a spiral ham at your grocery store. It's generally about a half a ham, and we're looking for about 7 to 8 pounds, but the key is you want to make sure that it'll fit in your crock pot. So let's just test this out before we get started and make sure it fits. Perfect. So now every year what I worry about is that it's going to fit lengthwise, because even if I can't get the lid on, we can still tent it with foil and it's still going to cook up perfectly every time. So if you must, measure it and make sure it fits perfectly in your crock pot, and that's all you need to worry about. So once you got your ham ready, we want to get it unwrapped. We do recommend that you do this in a sink or in a tray, because there is quite a bit of juices that are wrapped up in there, and there is a seasoning packet. So you want to get it all unwrapped before you get this ham in your crock pot. I just cut this thing right on off, and it works great. There we go. See if I can rip it, maybe not. Okay. Perfect. You want to get it completely out of the package. If you see the seasoning package or the glaze ingredients, we are not using that for this recipe, so you can just throw them away and get them out of here. There you go. And you want to set this ham in your crock pot, the cut flat side down into the bottom of the crock pot. Then we are going to take a cup of brown sugar. Light or dark works. And this is really important because it gives that really sweet, delicious flavor to the ham. It's amazing. Go ahead and pour it on the ham, and then we just rub it on the sides of the ham to make sure it completely is covered in the ham. So I just wash my hands really good and use my hands to rub this onto the spiral ham in the crock pot. It's okay if some falls down into the sides. Just try to get it evenly over the ham as possible. Next, you want to use honey or like a pure maple syrup. Today, for this ham, I'm going to use honey. You need a half a cup. I like to spray my measuring cup with a non-stick cooking spray so that the honey comes out easier. So I just do this over the sink so that it doesn't make a huge mess. Perfect. And I'm just going to pour my honey into the measuring cup over the crock pot, so if any spills, at least it gets added to the ham. And then just evenly pour this on top of the ham over the brown sugar coating. Perfect. All right, our last ingredient is pineapple juice. You just want to pour this into the crock pot. Now, when I add it to the crock pot, I pour it around the outside of the ham, just so I'm not wiping off the brown sugar and the honey. I just add it to the ham. It adds so much flavor, but I don't want to move all of that deliciousness I just added to the ham. And that's it. You just need 4 ingredients. Go ahead and cover it. Put your lid on your crock pot. Now, if the lid does not fit, like we talked about at the beginning of the video, you can tent the top of the crock pot with foil and just make sure to cover all of the sides to keep the heat in. The great thing about spiral hams is that they're coming pre-cooked. So we're just really wanting to heat the ham through and really bring in all the flavor. So go ahead and cover it. And we're just gonna cook this on low for 4 to 5 hours until it's heated through, and that's it. It'll be ready to enjoy. Now we're just looking to heat it all the way through, and then you know that it's ready. Look how beautiful it looks, and it smells even better. So when we get it out of the crock pot, we like to try to roll the ham over on its side so that we can we're using large serving forks on both sides of the ham and easily take it out. When we slice it from the flat side of the ham, so you want that to be exposed on one of the sides on your cutting board. So first we want to carefully move this ham to a large cutting board. And again, you want to make sure this side is the flat side. This is how we're going to cut it, so you want it exposed on your cutting board. And then we also have a platter handy and ready, because when we cut the ham slices off, we're going to go ahead and put it on the platter so that it's ready to serve. So when cutting a spiral ham, when you look on the flat side of the ham, you can see that this ham is in 3 separate muscle groups. We have this first one here. You can see the natural lines that separate the muscle group. So there's this top muscle group, bottom muscle group, and then a smaller one over here by the bone. We want to cut around those natural lines to separate the muscle group, and then it just comes right off the bone easily. So it's easier if you follow those lines that are already there. First, I'm going to cut off this top muscle group. So you want to take your knife, and as you can see back here, this is the natural separation. I'm just going to cut along that line towards the front and continue to cut until it is off the bone. Okay, once it's cut, it should just slide right off, and then you can use your knife to cut any remaining pieces right off. And then I go ahead and move it to the serving platter. And then these slices can easily be separated from there. So once the top section or the top muscle has been removed, I go ahead and flip it over, and then you want to hold it and you want to cut around that second muscle. So the bone is right here and the second muscle is just right here, and you want to do the same thing. Just cut along that natural line of your ham, and then it should just naturally come right off. Once you've cut along the muscle line and that muscle's been released, then it will just be nice, beautiful slices of ham, since it's a pre-cut spiral ham. So you can just pick it up and move it on over to the serving platter, and it's ready to go. Perfect. So once all the ham has been cut off the bone and moved to the platter, do not throw away this ham bone. There's lots of good ham still on here, so you can freeze it and save it for later and make a delicious soup, or you can make ham and beans for the winter time. It's great and perfect, but look at all that. There's lots of good ham. Once we boil, all of that will just come right off, and it works great and lots of good recipes. We have lots of great recipes that you can use this ham bone in, linked in the description below, so make sure you check those out. All right, I will be right back. Now our ham is ready, but we do not want to forget about all the delicious juices from the marinade in the crock pot. So once you have the ham on the serving platter, you can spoon some of the juices from the crock pot on top. It adds a lot of moisture and flavor to the ham. Now also, if you're going to be serving this all day, or maybe your company's not coming for a little bit, you can go ahead and put the ham slices back in the crock pot with the juices. It keeps it tasting great, and then you can put it on the warm setting and it'll stay warm for a long time, so that works great as well. That's it. It really is that easy, and it tastes even better. You just need 4 easy ingredients and our favorite kitchen utensil, the crock pot, and you have a fancy ham that everyone's gonna love. See, I told you guys it would be easy. This recipe is so simple to make with just 4 ingredients, and it is packed with flavors. Of all the recipes on the website, this is the one that people come up to me the most and tell me they made and they love, and they make year after year after year, because it literally is that good. All right, guys, don't forget, I have linked this recipe and that digital cookbook in the description below. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Today is day 5 of a fun series we're doing of Crockpot holiday recipes. And we have 5 more days coming, and I do not want you guys to miss them. So like and subscribe so that you get notified and you never miss one of our easy and delicious recipes. All right, friends, we will see you tomorrow for day 6 of the easiest Crockpot holiday recipes. And until then, remember, eat at home by eating on a dime. Bye, friends.